Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is Joe here with Best Living, and we are jumping headfirst into this weekend vlog. It might be the weekend, it might just be tonight. I'm tired, y'all. So we'll see whatever you see, but whatever you see is gonna be my real life. How about that? So I am just getting back from the grocery store. I had to go get a couple items from a couple of different places. I'm going to haul that for you. And then for dinner tonight, we are trying the VIRAL Publix crab bag or seafood boil, where they make it for you and you select your seasonings and all that. So I will share that information with you too. But I hope y'all are well. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. My mission here is to help you feed your family, to grow your faith, and to manage your home. And if you already know that, welcome back. So I said I need to get these groceries put away. There are some cold items, some freezer items, but I will show you all that, walk through that. I need to clean my kitchen. I'm looking at dirty dishes now. I do have a pot of water on back there. You may not be able to see it. I still have to make my potatoes and my sausage for my crab boil, because if y'all don't know, your girl has got to have sausages and potatoes to go with a seafood boil. Also, if you hear something in the distance that sounds like a chainsaw, that would be correct. My neighbor is having something done and it's very loud, so apologies for that. Either way, let's get into the grocery haul. All right, y'all, let's start with Trader Joe's. We'll start with the cold stuff so I can put it in the fridge and freezer. So, I don't know if I've shared these before, but I really enjoy their frozen fish nuggets. These are really good. I use them for quick weeknight meals. We make fish tacos out of these. I make little, what do you call them? Fish bowls with like rice. And I'll chop up some veggies and we'll have like a little sauce. Love those for rush nights. Ground turkey is a staple in our household, so Trader Joe's has really good deals on their ground turkey and their meats in general, but I really like turkey from them. Some pot stickers. We'll do the dishes later. Some lunch meat. I really like the Trader Joe's lunch meat. It has really good flavor to it. And it also has no nitrites and nitrites or nitrates in it, which is important for me. So I like to get the turkey and then the ham. We're doing sandwiches next week for lunches, so that will come in handy then. We have some zucchini, bananas, and some celery. I had to re-up on the sweet chili sauce. This is really good if you're making like bang bang shrimp, or if you're wanting to add a little bit of sweetness or a little bit of heat to your Asian meals or food in general. I got some kimchi. I love kimchi. Costco also sells it, but it's a huge container at Costco, and it's just too much for me to get through, so I like to get the one from Tradies. I get pasta from Trader Joe's. The pasta at Trader Joe's is super economical, but it's also very flavorful. So I got some fusilli and some rigatoni. I got some gochujang, which is like a spicy Korean barbecue sauce, kinda. This is so good on vegetables and pasta and stir fries, but it is spicy. But we love spicy food in my house. But if you're not really too keen on spice, I wouldn't recommend this. But if you do like it, it's so good. Now you can also get it and thin it out with like some chicken stock or water to lessen the intensity of the heat, but delicious. This is like a Mediterranean garlic spread, y'all. This stuff is delicious. I love to put this on hamburgers when we have Mediterranean bowls. So think like, jasmine rice with some chopped up cucumber, tomato, some grilled chicken, and you drizzle this sauce on. Oh, with some hummus and tzatziki. So good. My favorite restaurant in Charlotte, one of them is called Yafo's Kitchen. I've taken y'all there with me before. And they are a Mediterranean kind of quick dine, kind of like a Chipotle, but fresher ingredients for Mediterranean food. And this is very reminiscent of their Tomb garlic sauce. I got some microgreens. I really need to be better, all of us in my family, need to be better about consuming more nutritious, dense food. Say that 10 times fast. So these are going to go on our sandwiches next week in place of like lettuce. So I thought that would be a really effective and efficient way to getting in our greens, but still keeping it kind of appropriate for our sandwiches. And if we make salads next week, this will go in our salad mix as well. I got some garlic for the crab sauce I'm making tonight for our crab boil. I bought a cookie butter. I am going to be making a caramel cookie butter cake. I will share it with y'all, but I am trying to perfect my recipe. So I wanted to get another jar of the speculoos cookies, which is like the Biscoff cookies, but Trader Joe's version. Now, these were an impulse buy because I was hungry when I was shopping. Do not recommend being hungry when you're shopping for food. But about maybe 3 or 4 associates just on this trip alone said these were good. And my last Trader Joe's haul, when I went there, they said they were delicious. So I got those. We'll eat what we will, and then we'll freeze the rest. I got 2 jalapenos for some recipes next week. And then I got some chili crunch oil. I haven't had this, but I'm excited. They discontinued the red pepper chili oil, which was really good. It was spicy. So I'm going to give this a try, see if I like it. I've heard good things about it, kind of a cult favorite. So why not? And this was the Trader Joe's. Let's switch over to Harris Teeter. Okay, so here is Harris Teeter. Now, Harris Teeter is like my primary grocery store. It's kind of like a Kroger or a Winn-Dixie type feel. So I got some cheese. We will not go through all this cheese, but it was on sale for like $1.50 for what we call EVIC, which is like our reward system. So I'm going to break this down and I'll show you how I do that to freeze most of it. But I did want to get it while it was on sale. I got some lettuce for a salad that I'm going to make this week for dinner. It was on clearance, so had to get that. Potatoes, say less about that. I got these cookies. These are made at our pizza place, or they're sold right next to the pizza. And they are delicious. They're by Christine Cookie Co. And it's kind of like a riff on the Chick-fil-A cookie, but a little bit sweeter and no oatmeal. I am trying out the spicy version of the Just Bare chicken bites. These are equivalent to me in taste to the Chick-fil-A nuggets. And I'm going to use these for salads and just to have on hand for quick snacks and meals. I got some more iced coffee. This is some soy sauce. And then they had, again, y'all know about markdown meats. They had some little lamb chops on closeout or clearance, markdown for like $7. So I got 2 of those for dinner on Sunday. I think that will be really good. And then I got 2 shallots just to have on hand for different things through the week. That was Teeter. Oh, I got one more thing from Harris Teeter, which was some cornstarch, which has already been put into the pantry. And then I also got from Harris Teeter, lastly, some shrimp. They had their 21.30 count on sale today. So I got that, a pound of white shrimp. Now, moving on to Aldi. So Aldi is where I really try to get some of my more kind of household utility items, some food items, but mainly more utility things. Today is a good blend of both. So starting out, I really do enjoy their brioche buns. This is my go-to pasta sauce for pizza, spaghetti, everything. It's organic. It's really clean ingredients. It's only like $1.95, and you just can't beat that. They also brought back some of my favorite kitchen linens. These are the flour sack towels. So if you're like doing some cleaning or you're making bread, things you just need to do a quick spill wipe with, these are really good for that. And then I love y'all, the bar towels. These are so exorbitant. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. These are so exorbitant. They are really good in the wash. They maintain their shape well, and they're 100% cotton. You can do a multitude of things with them. I also like them that they're white, so I can bleach them to make sure they're really clean. I need to go through some of my kitchen rags and things and get rid of stuff. But I'm slowly but surely weeding out everything and adding more of those. I also got some potatoes. We will probably have these with the little lamb chops, the little lamb shanks. I got some more rice. And then I like to get my ketchup from Aldi. This particular ketchup has really decent ingredients. They're relatively clean and not a whole lot of extra gunk. And it's not much more than what you pay for Heinz. So love that. I read up on my chili powder. I love getting my seasonings from Aldi when available. Sometimes organic kind of ebbs and flows. But I was out of chili powder and my store hasn't had them in a while, so I got 2 of them. And then smoked paprika, which is one of my favorite seasonings, is new to my store, so I picked up one of those to see if I like this one or the one from Trader Joe's that I normally get. I also got some vacuum seal bags. I do have a vacuum sealer that I want to get more proficient at using, to think about, food preservation, just because, as we all know, grocery costs are rising. We all know that. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. But I do want to practice utilizing things in my own arsenal. And they had some extra vacuum sealer bags. I have a few, but I wanted to re-up on a backup just in case I get to go into town on freezing stuff and I have the proper items to continue doing that. And then I got some more paper plates. And that is everything we got from the grocery store. I do need to clean my sink. And then my water has come to a boil. So we're going to wash our potatoes and get these into the water, season that so we can eat within the next 30 minutes to an hour. So let me show you how the fish nuggets look. They look like this. They come in a little bag. They're like a little bitty, cute little square. I take mine out of the box and I kind of, smush it down. And then I'll add it to a Ziploc bag. And then I'll put the date on the bag and put it in my freezer so I can know when I bought it. And I'll also will list the expiration date to make sure that if I have any in my freezer, which I don't think I do, but if I did, I would know to use those first and then to use these after that. So these will go outside in the deep freezer. I'm scrubbing my potatoes with my little, veggie scrub. I've had this thing forever. So rinse with water, scrubbing all around. If I see any imperfections, I'll just kind of dig my finger in and pull it out, or I'll get a knife, but I don't feel like getting a knife, so I'll just be country. No, I'm kidding. I'll just pull them out with my finger, because the potato is pliable. Just like that. Alrighty, let's season our water for the potatoes. So because I make crabs a lot, I invested in a really big Zatarain's crab boil kind of complete seasoning. But if you don't have this, you can just add salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, and obey to your water to get the potato seasoned. So I'm going to add a few spoonfuls of this to the pot. Now I am a generous seasoner, so I'm going to splashing. Probably add a good 2 or 3 teaspoons. Just my little kitchen spoon. And then I'm also going to add in some salt to salt the water. Alright, let's give this a stir. Again, the good thing about crab boils in general or cooking at home is that you can really season to the liking of your own preference or to that of your family. Yes, babe. Honey is really excited about his getting a crab boil or semi-homemade crab boil, which is very nice because it takes a lot of time to make a crab boil at home. But we're doing it partially today. So we're going to let this come back up to a boil, and then we're going to add in our potatoes. We are back up to a boil or a good simmer. So we're going to add in our potatoes. May have to add some more water to cover them, but we'll let those cook about maybe 15-20 minutes. Okay, y'all, we have put up our grocery, we have started our potatoes, and we are about to get started on the actual sauce for the crabs. So I have my garlic here. I'm going to open it. This comes from Trader Joe's. I like to buy garlic from Trader Joe's because they come in these cute little vacuum sealed kind of bunches, where it's very convenient if you only need a few versus like a whole bag that will come loose in something like this, and you have to kind of portion it out yourself. Now I have done that before and have some in my freezer, but I just want something easy today. So you get 3 in a bag at Trader Joe's, and I will probably use maybe 2 of these little containers. I like a garlicky sauce. So this one looks to be the smallest. So we use like the medium and the small. And this one seems to be really full. I'm not sure if you can tell the difference, but this is the small one and this is the fuller one. So we're going to use a small and maybe a medium. And then I'll use a onion as well for the base of our sauce. Now I do have a full recipe on my channel, which I will link in the cards, for my crab boil sauce, which is delicious if I say so. So if you want the full recipe and versus me just dumping and going that I'm about to do now, make sure you check it out. I'll link it in the cards right here. So we're going to grind these up in my little Whopper chopper, and then we're going to start on the sauce. And by the time the sauce is done simmering, the potatoes should be done. We can assemble and eat. And we got to get the sausage out the fridge. So we'll do that next. I'm setting up my little Whopper chopper that I got from Aldi. Do not sleep on Aldi. Aldi is one of my favorite places to get home little mini appliances that are very economical. So we're going to add in our garlic and our onion, and we're going to pulse this until very fine. Not really like a paste, but minced very well. And then once minced very well, we will add it into our pot where it will kind of cook and simmer with our butter. But I really wanted to highlight the appliances and the quality that you can get from Aldi or even Lidl for your mini appliances. Now I am amending my recipe because I'm not making a full batch. So this will kind of be going off vibes and energy, but you can pretty much make this however you want, like I said earlier. But just make sure you reduce the level of your butter and your flavoring based off how much quantity of seafood you have to consume that evening. So our taters are now done. They are nice, tender. Can y'all see that? I can put my knife in it and it comes out without any resistance. I like my potatoes a little bit undercooked. I don't want a mushy potato with my boil. I like mine to still have a little bit of a bite. So I'm going to take these out of the water, put them in a bowl, and douse them with some Obey. And then we will get back to our sauce. I'll also add some of the liquid to make sure that it doesn't dry out. The butter has now melted beautifully. We want it just to come to a full melt, and then we will now add in our garlic and onion. So we are going to cook this garlic onion mixture for a few minutes on low simmer till all the flavors meld together. Then we'll add in our chicken stock and our other flavors, and we're done. Alrighty, we are going to get ready to start seasoning our garlic and onion. I am eyeballing it, but this is the ingredients I always use, but I'm starting with a teaspoon, and then we will increase as we carry on. Okay, so switching back over to a voiceover because hashtag kids and husband, everybody was loud today. I'm just going and adding my seasonings one at a time to make sure that I get the flavor where I want it to be. Now, again, I have a full recipe that I will link for you already in the cards, but I'm adding your typical kind of cast of characters. Obey, garlic, onion powder, paprika. We like our spicy, so Cajun, oregano. Also do lemon pepper and salt and pepper to taste. After all the seasonings are added, I'm going to let this simmer for about 5 or 10 minutes and then prep our sausage. So here are the sausages we're going to use. Roger Wood is my favorite. The hot and spicy is delicious. So we're going to slice these up, put them in our skillet, put this on the stove, and then I'll saute this with just a little bit of oil, and then I will add some of the crab sauce to the sausages and let that simmer for a little bit. Then we'll be ready to assemble our plates. I also like to cut my sausage on a bias because I feel like it's easier to, dip up the sauce. So to kind of be at an angle like that versus just a straight circle. So it becomes like a little spoon to scoop up the delicious sauce in the boil. I'm going to probably do about 2 sausages per person because I love it. My husband likes sausage, and even if we don't eat it all the way with the crab today, which we probably will. It's one of my favorites to reheat because it's so super easy. So we're going to get these cut and in the pan. So let me know in the comments, what are y'all doing this weekend? We are home for most of it. Little Miss does have a birthday party to go to, so I will be getting myself together later on this evening. I need to do my hair. My nails look a mess, but I would do all of that after I'm done in the kitchen. So when I'm done, I'm done. But other than that, we don't have anything going on, which is nice. I got a ton of laundry I need to fold, which probably won't happen today. But that is on the docket for this weekend. But mainly, I'm shuffling around Little Miss to all of her different activities. But let me know, what are y'all doing? Are you in town? Are you out of town? How have you been? All the things. So they are in our skillet. We're going to add a little bit of oil and then some of the crab juice or, you know, crab whatever, and then get these going. Give our sauce a taste. The spice is there. I think it needs more obey and garlic and onion. Okay, so here's what we got from Publix. Let me raise y'all up a little bit more. It might be a little better. Okay, so let me get it apart. We got one lobster tail, and you can pick the seasonings you want. I showed y'all in the clip our store had obey, garlic, lemon pepper. I can't remember. Anyway, it's in the video. But we got one lobster tail from my husband. We got a half a pound of shrimp tails on. And then we got 2 pounds of the crab legs steamed. And you can pick out, at my store, I picked out the clusters that I wanted. The guy was fantastic that I work with. He rinsed everything off for me. Everything was clean. He seasoned it to perfection. So these do come partially seasoning, but we do like to dip our own sauce with the actual meat of the crab. So all this together was $44 in my market. I live here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm sure prices might vary based off location, but for 4 clusters, a pound of shrimp, and a lobster tail, that's all right. And then we have our potatoes, and then again our sausage back there. So I'm going to get everything plated, and then we will eat. Before I do that, let's do a taste test of the sausage and the actual sauce. So I just blister the sausage kind of lightly, and then the sauce, as you can see, kind of just really sits on top. We like ours kind of not really chunky, but more so minced. So let's give it a try. Mm. That was a big bite, but it's so good. Mm. Flavorful. The sausage is just done enough, blistered, but not like overcooked. It's about to be real good. I got me a cold Coke too, y'all. It's about to go down. So let me get everything together, and then I'll show you our plates. We will do the shrimp together tonight. I mean, that might be it. I don't know. But either way, I'll see you when it's time to eat. Friends, what? This little cookie, Costco cookies. Here's Teeter, chocolate chip. So here's my choice beverage today. It is a vanilla Coke. I would like Coke to bring back out the vanilla cherry. So Coke, if you're watching, please bring back out vanilla cherry. This is mine. Sausage, potato, a little bit of shrimps. And we about to eat. Garbage bowl. And our crackers. I'm normally the kind of break it with my hands, but I will use this periodically. For teeth. I will pop with a tooth. Trying to get the crab meat. You're right. All right, we're going to pray, and then we're going to eat.
Most gracious and loving Father, we thank you for this opportunity to eat again, Lord Jesus. Let this food nourish our bodies and touch our souls, Heavenly Father. Bless the hands that prepared this food, Heavenly Father. For those hands shall be blessed. In your name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Okay, I'm filming. Okay, y'all. Dinner was so good. Dinner was so good. We are done. I am about to break down the shrimp and show y'all what I do. So I have a pound of wild caught tail on, shell on shrimp. I have a friend who, from undergrad, whose dad was an avid fisherman. And he taught me how to store my shrimp. So what you'll do is I have 2 bags here. I have them labeled, dated, as well as the count of the shrimp. And then I have 2 here because I'm going to split this in half for 2 separate meals. So, because he was an avid fisherman, he brought back a lot of food from his travels when he was out on the deep sea, as well as storing it long term for preservation and to eat it down the line. So what he did was, you're going to get your shrimp. You aren't going to manipulate them very much. You're going to put them in your bag. So again, I'm putting half a shrimp in the bag. Half. And I'll do the other bag. The other bag. If you wanted to take the time and devein these prior to, you could. I'm not, because I'm tired today. Shrimp is divided. Let's wash my hands and then we'll carry on. So here are my shrimp bags. 1, 2. What you're going to do is you're going to run cool water. So you want your water to be cold as possible from the sink. And look how pretty these tails are on that shrimp. Do y'all see that? How pretty that is? Well, I hope you can. See the colors? Yeah. All right. So you're going to open your bag. You're going to fill your bag just until you cover the shrimp. Just until they are covered. So about there. Everything is fully... Okay, so on this bag, everything is fully submerged. So I'm going to seal it and then press down on the corner to get all the possible air out that I can. Okay, you're going to seal it like that. So it should look like this when you're done. And what you'll do is you'll freeze it flat. So you'll freeze it like this in your freezer, and your shrimp will freeze in the water, and it will not get frostbitten. It will not absorb any of the water. So when you defrost this, it will be in the water, but it will be like pristine, very clean, like you got it the day of today. So let's do our second bag. Seal it up. Gonna get as much air out as we can. Gonna seal it. And then there we go. That is how we freeze our shrimp. And I try to make sure that the shrimp are not really on top of each other in the bag, but each piece is still submerged in the water. So here's how the shrimp look after we have filled them with water, labeled. Everything is secured tightly and ready to go in the freezer. These keep in my freezer up to 3 months. I try to use them between 3 and 6 months. Again, that's what my friend's dad told me. And mine is going in a deep freezer. So it's not going in my fridge. It's actually going outside in my deep freezer. But I have done this in my regular fridge freezer, and it works just the same.